Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo, happy Giving Tuesday. My name is Lisa Wright Bryant. I'm president of the Westchester University Alumni Association. I want to welcome you back to another edition of Ramblings Live. And as I said in the beginning, today is Giving Tuesday. Now, this is a day that is celebrated all across the country, a time where people are giving to their charities, to different organizations. And it is so awesome that everybody is coming together and saying, this is the time that we're setting aside to help. Because right now, we all need to help each other out. We definitely need to do that. So, before we bring on our guests, I want you all to please say hello to me. You know, I love when you say hello. We love to give shout outs. Say, what's your name? Hello, Margot. Say hello and in it, where are you? Because Rami wants to know, where are you? Where are you? So, not only that, your name will be entered into a contest for you to receive a Westchester University t-shirt. Now, this is a Rams Up t-shirt. I'm not saying you'll get this one, but you'll get a lovely t-shirt that you can sport around and show everyone that you are an ambassador of the best higher institution, Westchester University. So, without further ado, hey. So without further ado, not in your kitchen, Margo, in your kitchen. At this time, as we celebrate Giving Tuesday with Westchester University and the Westchester University Alumni Association, we are going to bring two wonderful guests to the show today. We have Deb Cornelius and we have, hello, and the name is across the screen. And we have Lauren Deacon Generis. So welcome. Thanks
Thanks for
for
having
coming
us.
out. Oh, you're welcome. And as we talked about before the cameras were rolling, it's so wonderful for all of us to come together as alums to celebrate not only Grammy and I'm doing the pom pom as the kids say, I'm doing the most, but also the fact that we're coming together to celebrate. I know, right? To celebrate Giving Tuesday. We're celebrating Giving Tuesday, and the fact that again that you both are alums. So what I'd like to do is let's get started. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go on, see, the lovely Marco was saying
Margo.
that you got to say good afternoon. Got to say good afternoon. So before we get started into the deep part of our conversation, I would like you both to tell us, what year did you graduate? Just let's start there. What year did you graduate from Westchester University?
So I'm a
Start with Deb.
91.
Okay.
2012.
91, 2012. I'm not going to tell you where I was in 91. I'm not going to tell you where I was in 2012. Just know that I am class of 87.
That was a good year.
So it's a good year. It was a very good year. What were your majors? Let's start with Lauren this time. What was your major, Lauren?
I was a communication studies major and a psychology minor.
Okay. All righty. What about you, Deb?
I was actually an early childhood education major, so little people. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
So you start off as early education major, and now you are at the foundation. We're going to talk more about that.
Mm-hmm. It's been an interesting journey.
It really has been. It sounds like it. So tell me, how did you both decide on Westchester out of all the universities in the area? We talked about where you're located now. What made you choose Westchester University?
So I was actually a transfer into Westchester. So and I will mildly say that a boy brought me back home. I'm still married to him 28 years later, so it worked out.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I picked Westchester mostly because their education program was stellar. It still is, right? So they were known for it, and I knew I could get a great education and, nearby too.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to you offline about that story. Let me just, okay. Lauren, what brought you to Westchester?
I was actually a transfer as well. So my first semester year, I went to a really small college closer to my home, and I actually came to visit Westchester a couple times on a couple weekends and just fell in love with the area and made some friends here on the weekends, and really just liked the campus and more people. And so my second semester freshman year, I transferred to Westchester and never looked back.
Okay. Your second semester freshman.
Yeah, I
year.
did it quickly.
You did it quickly. Now, when did you transfer, Deb?
I transferred in as a junior, so 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I like what you're telling me, how you were somewhere else and you said, you know what, this just didn't feel like home to me. But what I hear you saying, as soon as you set foot onto Westchester's campus, this was home.
Yes.
This was home. So it's awesome, the fact that you all both are staying home. You're still home. So let's talk about part of that first. We all are quarantined. How is COVID-19, speaking of home, affecting you both professionally and business? So let's start with Deb.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
I'll start. Yeah. So professionally, I have to say, it's been an adventure. But I will say, the team that we have at the foundation, they have just been amazing in the way that they've pivoted. We're all working from home. We all have different circumstances, little kids, big kids at home, all sorts of distractions, but they have been really focused, and it's been great to have that in my life right now, to be able to continue the good work and hear the stories of the students. And so I work-life wise, while we desperately miss being together, we found our own way to be together during that time, and it's been really, really encouraging for us. Personally, I have a recently graduated RAM in December who he actually got an internship his last semester out of the College of Business, and they hired him. He is working from home as well. Yeah, he got a job with an environmental company that he just loves. So really excited for him about that. And then,
wonderful.
I have my middle son, who is also a RAM, who is upstairs taking finals right now. So we're adjusting, doing it the best we can.
And what about you, Lauren?
Yeah, I agree with Deb when she mentions the team. I think it's given us all kind of an opportunity to think outside the box and work on new ideas and collaborate in different ways. So Margot is actually on my team, and we've just been really coming up with new ideas, and she's been great, and so has our whole team. And it's just really been a good opportunity for us to get to know each other a little bit more, even to see how we work remotely and how we communicate differently. So it's been all positives there. Personally, we've turned our whole house into different offices. My husband has a conference call. He goes upstairs. I'll go into the basement. We've been all around.
Yeah. Listen, I understand that. I had a Zoom call scheduled for earlier today. Things kind of glitched, and I know how you have to think on a dime in this this situation. But it's safe for me to say, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what we learned as students at Westchester taught us how to think on a dime and how to switch and be flexible. Is that correct? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wholeheartedly agree. That's how I got from early childhood education to where I am, because Westchester taught me to think on my feet and be flexible. So,
You know what? I have to say that because you mentioned it. You mentioned it. What made you change from early childhood into, and we'll get into this about the foundation in just a moment, but into the position that you're in now? What made you change? What made you decide to change?
Well, to be honest, I did teach for a number of years out of Westchester. I was able to get a great job with my Westchester degree. And at one point in my career, I walked into a role with a nonprofit that was partially teaching kids in the classroom and partially fundraising. And I fell in love with the fundraising side of things and realized, honestly, that the education I'd gotten at Westchester in terms of leadership skills and soft skills and communication, even though it was with little people, that those were skills that I could take anywhere and do anything, and kind of made the pivot into fundraising instead of teaching. And so, but Westchester has incredibly to be able to do that.
And those little people had big personalities. Listen, I know. They had big personalities.
Entertaining and challenging.
Yes. Let me just shake my head. Yes.
You've been there.
Yes, I have. Yes, and still there, even though they're older now. Yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So Lauren, let me ask you this question. So the activities, not the activities, but what were the extracurricular activities that you did at Westchester, and how did they prepare you for life after Westchester?
So I felt like at Westchester, there were so many opportunities for people to take part in, so many different things going on campus. Really, anybody could do, there's something for everyone. But I really just enjoy being around people and working with people. So that's something that led me to being what I wanted to do, but I never knew exactly what I wanted to do. So right out of college, I started recruiting for a financial firm, and I liked it because I was still working with college students. But as soon as I got a job back at Westchester, it's just like you said, it was home. So I knew I had to apply, and I knew I had to get the job. And I've been with the foundation for 6.5 years now. So it is home, and it's good to be here. And I'm glad for my education to keep me involved.
Yes, yes. What about you, Deb?
Well, I was pretty much focused on getting my education done at that point by the time I got to Westchester. But I will say there was an Education Honor Society and all sorts of opportunities within the College of Education to be involved. And so I met a lot of people through the education clubs and societies that you could join, the honor societies and things. So while it might not have been fun for most, it was fun for me, and gave me a great way to get to know a lot of different people when I was there. So.
Okay. Thank you. So I keep talking about the foundation, and you two speak about the foundation. If you can tell everyone that's on Facebook Live, what is the mission of the foundation, and why is it so important to student success? Let's start with you, Deb.
Yeah, so the mission of the foundation at its core is to support the students at Westchester University in whatever they need to be successful, right? So for us, that can be program support, scholarship support. You'll hear Lauren talk a little bit about the emergency fund and the support that that's giving our students, which is what I think makes it so exciting for us, right? Here we are alums, and we're able to facilitate giving back to those students, helping them be successful. So that's really the mission at our core. It takes lots of different forms, and every day is something different, and different gifts come in, different needs are met, and different needs come to light. So it's ever changing for us, but really ultimately it's to help students be successful.
And you know what? I so appreciate just hearing about the mission of the foundation. I know me personally, was not aware of the mission of the foundation until I became involved with the Alumni Association. And then when I was exposed to the events and then the scholarship ceremony, and I was just blown away at just the work that the foundation does for our students. It's amazing. It really is. Lauren, did you have anything to add with that?
Yeah, it's just kind of like you said, when I was a student, I honestly did not know about the foundation at all. So when I did see the job posting, it took a little research on my side to see exactly what I was even applying for. But
Mhm.
now, I've worked here and I am a big part of it. It is important to me that our students know what all we do to help them. We're only here to help them, and our donors are so grateful and so gracious, and they're always there willing to help students in any way possible. So getting the word out about the good work that we do is really important.
Wonderful. Thank you. So we're going to switch gears for just a moment. Rami and I, we're going to social media. We want to see what's happening at social media. So Stephanie is telling us, hello. Hey, Stephanie. Hello, 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 Stephanie. Let me make sure Rami is turned right. Hello, hello. Oh, Lori, she said Westchester University, the best times of my life. Lori, when we can go to events again, the stories I can tell you of my time in Westchester. Amazing. Okay. Nick, he said, love this. Hey, Nick, how are you? Rami says, hello. Since I don't have the real Rami here, I'm going to do this. Hey, Katie. Oh, look at Katie with the mask and everything. She said, definitely supporting Westchester University today with giving. Please, please, friends, please do so. Thanks so much, Kate. Thank you so much. Please support. Please support. So before we gave our shout out to the alums, Lauren, you mentioned about the job posting uh, with the foundation. Can you, number one, share with us about the foundation's Giving Tuesday campaign that's happening today?
Yes, I am very, very, very excited. So many people may know that there is a National Giving Tuesday. It is normally the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So it falls in line with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Giving Tuesday organization created Giving Tuesday Now, which is today, and it's a global day of giving to really support anybody we can who is suffering through any issues with the pandemic. So we've created the Student Emergency Fund at Westchester University to support students who are impacted by this. A lot of students have lost their jobs, have lost housing, don't have the technology that they would normally have on campus, among many, many other things. So we really saw the need for it, and so did our donors. So we wanted to partake in Giving Tuesday Now to really help our students. So we have our crowdfunding page live. We have emails and we have thank you notes from students who have already received money from this fund about how impactful it has been to them. And reading the stories it's really heartwarming. These students are so grateful, and we couldn't do it without the support of all of our alumni.
And that's why I so appreciate the graphic that's at the beginning of the show that showed the success of this campaign. It's one thing, again, as an alum, you all see me, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, right? And it's one thing, it's wonderful that we go to the events, and it is fine. Yes, we want to go to the events. Yes, we want to go to homecoming. Yes, we want to connect with the alums. However, it is our duty to help, to reach back and help our students. Because at the end of the day, you two mentioned it, how you had that love, you felt like this was home. I know I've wanted to go to Westchester since I was 8 years old. I knew Westchester was home when I was a little girl, even before I set foot on the campus. And so we need to then let the students know that's a way of us being Golden Rams. That's a way of us loving them. And that's the way of saying, guess what? You're going to be where we are. Yes. So I am just so excited about this.
And it doesn't take a lot, Lisa. We have over 100,000 alumni. So any gift really counts, and it all adds up when we're in it together. So $10, because we know that people are struggling right now, but any little bit really adds up when all of the Golden Rams get together and really support this effort.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if I can say too, I think we have this picture in our mind that many college students go home and they're under the care of their parents and things, but we have so many college students that are first generation students, students that are literally were working 3 or 4 jobs to pay expenses. And so I think when we read the applications for some of these students, to hear that they just need enough gas money to get their essential so that they can continue to pay their bills. You know, we have graduates with children and families. And so the need is wide and great. You know, and I think once you start to not look at what a traditional student feels like to you and recognize these kids have real needs, it's a game changer.
Right. And you know what? It's so important for us to really put out of our minds that preconceived idea that both of you are saying that, oh, they're college students. Their parents are taking care of them. It's time out for that. That may have been, but in today's ever-changing normal, we don't know what these students are going through. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be around, and the fact that we're doing this. So how long is this campaign going on?
So it started a couple of days ago. We had a little bit of lunch, but it ends today at midnight tonight. So the whole campaign runs through today, Giving Tuesday. So we're really hoping to raise as much money for these student scholarships as we can through midnight tonight.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Listen. All righty. Go Rams! Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah.
Rams up. Look, Grammy's trying to get in. Grammy's like, listen, I need to cheer. And my pom-pom is like, I need to cheer. It doesn't matter how we cheer. We have to cheer with here. Okay. So
Yes.
what next question? What makes so I want to start with Deb today this question. Because we're talking about giving and we're talking about home and that feeling.
I'll tell you, that's a long list, honestly. And especially when you come from the 90s and you see what Westchester is today, right? And you see the types of students that are graduating from Westchester. It's almost like with every new degree that they get, biomedical engineering, I get prouder of the fact that I come from a university that is forward thinking, offering this. You know, the students have such tremendous grit is something that we talk about all the time, seeing in our students. So I think for me, it's just being part of that community that makes me really, really proud.
Yes. Yes. What about you, Lauren?
I have to agree with Deb. Even in the last 8 years,
What makes you a proud alum?
Even since the last 8 years since I've graduated, so much has changed on campus. Like, so much has grown. Every day it's something new. So I'm just really proud to come from Westchester. All my friends, I'm still super close with them, and they're all doing great things. So it's great to see how far we've all come, how far we all still have to go, and how much Westchester laid the foundation for our futures.
Yes.
I hope they're not watching.
Gotcha.
They don't know I sent that.
Great.
And you know, I love when I wear my my Rams up or anything Westchester, and people stop me and say, oh, you went to Westchester. Like you, I am a proud alum. It was even before I became president, even before I joined the board. It was my mission to tell my mom's friends, kids, listen, you're going to Westchester. You need to go to Westchester. I would do that because I just believed in the mission. And I want to give a shout out to a young man that he and I went to Westchester, Rob Dash. And I was his RA. And he was a college student, typical college student. And it just warmed my heart to see him last year at the groundbreaking ceremony, to see that he went the next level and that he was giving back to the university. And as someone that's an alum and someone that you mentor, it just warms your heart to see that they just did not put Westchester by the wayside, and that they wanted to give back to the students. So that really makes me proud to see other alums give back.
Absolutely.
It really does. Oh man. Oh. So let's go back to let's see what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go back to social media, gotta ask this question. I'm going to start with Lauren this time. Lauren, class of 2012.
Yes.
What advice? Give your best piece of advice for Westchester current and graduating students.
So I know that right now, obviously, our graduating students are going through something that no one else has, but look back on all 4 years at college. Don't just on this exact moment. Think of all the moments that you had while you were a Golden Ram, and always remember them and keep them close. They're some of the moments that are going to shape you and make you into the future person you're going to be. And keep your friends close. Stay in touch with them. It's so important. Stay in touch with professors that made an impact on your life. They can really, really help you. Just keeping all those relationships that you've built in the last 4 years is probably some of the best advice that I can give. And remember, it was all 4 years, and always remember those times.
Yes, that's good. That's good. What about you, Deb?
So I would say,
what piece of advice? What's your
best
best
advice?
piece of advice?
I would say my best advice is never limit the possibilities, right? So when I think about my Westchester education and the journey that it's taken me on, well beyond what my major is, more about the skills that I learned and the tools that I had to be successful. But that's a story. I have the privilege of meeting with, tons of alums and hearing their journeys over the last 30 years. And the stories are tremendous to listen to, but many of them have that same notion that they didn't limit their possibilities, that anything could be possible, to look for the opportunity and seize it when you can, and trust that your education will get you there, So that's my best advice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, my friends, I thank you so much on behalf of the Westchester University Alumni Association. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Lauren, for just coming out and telling us, listen, it's Giving Tuesday. Let's help our students. Let's help our students. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, alums, Rams, we're going to wrap up. But before we do, there's a t-shirt that needs to be won. Do you see who wins? Robin Cooper. She is today's winner. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Congratulations. Congratulations. And again, seriously, please, friends, please, fellow Golden Rams, let's help our students. As we mentioned in this conversation, our students are going through things that none of us, it doesn't matter if you graduated in 2019 or 1987, our students need us. And we, with our Westchester education, we're trained to always reach back. And as I always put in all my messages, Westchester is home. So we are always welcome. And what do we do with home? We look out for our family. My earring just popped because my earring said that's a signal and a sign to let you know that it's right. Again, my name is Lisa Wright Bryant. Thank you for joining Ramblings Live. Rams up. See you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Peace. Have a good one.